Welcome, football fans, to another episode of USFL Network Presents. I am Ace with the USFL Network, and we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and also I'm losing it.
TikTok. I mean, we're on Twitch too.
And Twitch, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, we're also trying out TikTok. Our Bandits representative, he is on there. He's covering all things gambling as far as the USFL goes. Give him a follow. Not only is he insightful, knows a lot about gambling, but he's also pretty funny. So give him a look. Then we also want to give a shout out to our sponsor, RoyalRetros.com. They are the king of all things retro as far as alt football goes. They are absolutely fantastic, great quality. I'm wearing one of their hats right now. And if you go on their website and use promo code USFL Network, all one word, then you can get 10% off of your entire order. So go there, get yourself a hat, preferably gamblers, and let us know. All right. So, as always, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the president of the USFL Network, Hype. How you doing, Hype?
I am great, man. I am enjoying the fact that you're doing the intros and I'm just sitting back. I'm chilling, so I'm good. I'm great, man.
That is awesome. So you can find Hype. He is USFL Network, all one word, on Twitter, Instagram, over there on our website, USFLNetwork.com. You can find all of our articles pertaining to players, position moves, fantasy football, coaches, all that good stuff. So go check that out. Check out all. You can also follow all of our contributors on the website. So go ahead, check it out, have fun, leave a comment, let us know how you like it. But without further ado, we have a great interview lined up today with Jahair Jones, offensive lineman of the Philadelphia Stars. And so let's bring him on.
How's it going, y'all?
What's going on, Shaq? Shaq, how we doing, man?
I'm good, man. Blessed, happy, feeling good. Just moved into my new house, man. Just happy, man.
You look it, you seem it, so that's great. Great news, man.
So no more hotel for you guys, huh?
No, some of us is in the hotel. Some of us, moved off. But yeah, hotel was cool. But I'm ready to step off.
It seems like you're more comfortable too.
Yeah. I got my own little spot now.
Yeah, so, there we go. Loving the hoodie too. I got loving the hoodie.
Thank you so much. Shout out the camera.
All right. So you want to kick this off? All right. So Shaq, you grew up in the north in New York. I believe you're in Maryland as well, where you were an absolute beast on the basketball court before football. Your nickname, of course, is Even Shaq. What made you choose football instead?
Really, my coach Colin. It came to a point, like I think my junior year, we had a discussion. He was like, you can go further in football than you could in basketball. But, I'm a hooper. I wasn't really trying to hear that at that moment until, it was time. It was like signing day. And I had like these basketball offers, but they were like D3s. And I'm like, bro, I want to play on TV. Like I was like, I just want to play on TV so my mom could see. So I end up, hold up, yo, I'm in this interview with the USFL people. Yeah, Sean.
Hey, what's going on, man? How we doing? How we doing, man?
What up, bro?
We're good, man. How you guys doing?
Just moved into our place. All right, man.
No, that's good, man.
That is awesome.
We love it.
World,
and it's live too. We love it, so it's even better.
Yeah, it's live.
Man,
we didn't even know
it's
Sean
not
was there.
cut. Don't cut none of this.
No, we always live. It's always live.
People are watching.
Yeah, but yeah, it came to the end. It came to the end of my I think my senior year, and I looked at them offers, and I just had D3 offers for basketball, and ASA, the junior college was like that was like my only like offer to go play ball. So I was like, I'm gonna take my chance with this football, and what happens is what happens. I did my thing, went to Miami, and the rest is history.
But you were a beast though in basketball, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I read a lot, so.
I could have swore in my head. I could have swore I could have went to the NBA, but you know, ain't no 6'4", you know, small forwards out there. So you know, you got to change your profession. You got to adapt.
You got to adapt, definitely.
Well, personally, we're glad that you chose the football route. You know,
Absolutely.
you went
Thank you
in,
so
you
much.
said you went to ASA JUCO. You were only there for a semester and played, and then you were getting recruited by Virginia Tech, Ohio State, and some other schools. But then you chose Miami. And the story that we heard is that you called up Coach Al Gordon and you told him, I'm coming to the U. And I was wondering, what's
Yeah.
the story that led up to that?
Well, it was. I was actually when I got a call from Coach Coley. Actually, that was the first time I ever talked to him. I was in the shower. Like we had just came from practice and stuff, and I'm blasting my music on my stereo. So when I listen to my music, I'm in the zone. So somebody called me. I'm like, yo, who's messing up the studio session right now? So I pick up the phone. I look at the phone. It's a 305 number. I'm like, I don't know nobody in Miami. So let's see who this is. It might be a telemarketer. Never know. So I picked it up. He said, Coach Coley said, before I say anything else, he said, you have a full ride to the University of Miami. And at that time, the U documentary, I think part 2 had came out. Yeah, part 2 had just came out, and I just got finished watching it. So this was like, I was like, wow, this is history. Like, you get a full ride to the University of Miami. It's like, I can't turn that down.
Dude, that is awesome. And we were literally just talking about the U and the U part 2 before you jumped on, because I was like, man, like I've never actually spoken to someone who went to the U, and it's just a school full of history and ridiculously talented players. I mean, my gosh.
It's a brotherhood. Everybody who goes there, they love it, and they come back. Even the older people, like you see, Brian McKinney comes back, Vernon Carey comes back, Brent Romberg comes back, Coley comes back. You got even players that played probably a year before you even came. They come back. It's just like everybody just comes back. I don't know. It's nice.
That's
And then
awesome.
they give you tips and stuff just to be greater. So it's like
You were
you got no choice but
actually
to be great.
definitely. You were actually heavily recruited by Virginia Tech as well, though, right? Coming out of high school too.
No, not really out of high school. Out of high school, it was like more like Maryland, Temple, Maine, Towson, things like that. But I was like, no, I'm not trying to. It just and then they never offered me, and it never stuck. Never was never like solid. So just keep it going.
Definitely. So, I mean, you said you chose the U because of its rivalry with Florida State. So, how do you feel about the rivalry that's basically chosen by Fox? It's the Stars and Maulers. So, anything? Are you looking forward to anything like that?
Yeah,
Or you
I'm
just
I'm I'm just ready. I'm ready to just showcase my talent and play to the best of my abilities. I got a couple friends that play for the Maulers, so that's definitely another reason why we're gonna be kicking it into another gear. They don't want to get beat, and I don't want to get beat, so it's gonna be back and forth.
Well, before the season even started at the U, you said that they were going to win an ACC championship. Is that a confidence and a mentality that you bring to every team that you play on?
Yeah, yes. Every team I play on, I feel like we can win. Win it all. It's just even with these group of guys right here, the way we practice, the way we prepare, I've been on championship teams, even in the IFL. Like you can tell that you know the steps it takes to get there, and you got to be consistent day after day after day after day.
I gotcha. You look like you're breaking up a little bit. You still there?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. We can hear you. Just
Oh, all right. My bad. It was breaking up a little bit. So your coach at ASA, Dennis Orlando, said that you weren't a you guy, you were actually a team guy. So honestly, I think that's one of the best compliments a player can get. What makes you have that mentality?
Because when I win, we all win. If they win, I win. So in order for everybody to get what they need, we need to all win. Like when you're in JUCO, it ain't nowhere to go but up.
Mm-hmm.
So when everybody buys into the system, the coaching, and you can take criticism from a player and not feel offended by it, and that's how you know you got a good group of people.
Right. So you got to leave the egos out of the door too. Leave the egos somewhere else and just play ball.
Exactly. Everybody here to work. That's it.
Well, you obviously have not been offended by anybody that you're playing with now, as all of you guys are living together in a new house. That's awesome.
Yeah. We just, between Sean, Paul, and the rest of the O-line, and we all just click. It's a group of funny people. Like we all click. From Jackson,
we're 2 for 2.
From Jackson to Gunner to Jacob to Blake. Yeah. They're all great. They're all a great group of people.
Star-studded, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're 2 for 2 on super enjoyable offensive linemen from the Stars. So I agree that you guys are a funny group of guys. Yeah. But while you were at Miami, the team blew up in a good way immediately once you got there. You had your first win in a bowl game since 2006. You beat FSU for the first time since 2009. It was the first time you beat FSU in back-to-back seasons since 2004. How did it feel to go to such a historic program and be there right as it was rising back up to greatness?
It's amazing when you can feel the city is behind you, like the city of Miami is like the whole thing is behind you. Because when you win it, you can feel it. Like everybody, the stadium is packed. You got celebrities like the Big Show coming to the game, Jennifer Lopez in the press box. Like it gets crazy. Like, and when you when you win it, you could just like it builds you up for the next season. Like okay, if it's like this season, how far can we push it the next season?
I get that, dude.
Definitely. Yeah. Go ahead, Ace.
Just watching, you watch the documentaries, you watch the U part 2. There's so much history there, and then there's a little bit of a dip, and then maybe there isn't so much of a coincidence that you get there, Shaq, and suddenly it's great.
Yeah, but it wasn't just me. I had a great the 2015 class, even the 2014 class. It was put together just right, and from like players like Tyler Gauthier to Chad Thomas to Anthony Moten to Tyree St. Louis. Like I come from a middle school in Edgewater, Maryland. So you got people coming from IMG, St. Thomas, Booker T, Central, Trevor Darling. And then when you get around them, it just make you want to like step your game up. Like when you get on Green Tree, you just always want to step your game up because it's competition. You don't go to the University of Miami because it's easy. You're here to compete.
Man, you definitely are a team guy. I mean, the amount of names you just named there, other than yourself, that is awesome.
I ain't even noticed that thing.
Now, speaking of competing, in 2018, you played in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl versus Wisconsin Badgers. That must have been a wild experience, of course. But it got me thinking, what is your favorite visiting college stadium that you've played in?
My favorite at Virginia Tech.
VTech? Really? Okay.
I mean, and obviously Florida State, but Virginia Tech is my number one.
Now, really? My personal question: how was it playing at Chestnut Hill in BC?
It was cool. It was fun. It was fun playing against Boston College. Got to play against Zach Allen, and then the DN number 11. He was there. Just even gracing the field with them cats right there. That's something right there. And I didn't notice in Boston you can't bring a heater in the stadium. Like it's against the law. Like you can't have a bench heater in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cold out there.
I had season tickets for a while, so I know it was cold in the stands too, and it was crazy.
It was pretty cold.
Brutal. What is wrong with Boston? Oh my god.
We don't know, man. We don't know. It's just us, man. We don't know.
All right. So Shaq, while you were at the U, Coach Felder was there. What impact did he have on you on the field and then just in your life in general?
Big Gus, strong coach. So his impact was like basically just to get us better, stronger, faster, and like I feel like he helped me like understand like how to like cope with different things and like how to move my body this way, asking him for tips because he play offensive line himself, so I asked for tips, how to move this way, how to move that way, and basically he instilled how to be tough. Like obviously offensive line is built on toughness too, but like when you with an offensive lineman, he gonna see things that normal another coach wouldn't see, or like you know what I mean. So it'll be different. Our workouts will be different. Like instead of doing like, oh, we do these type of dips, we over there doing pass sets on a little sliding disc.
So
Like
yeah,
these little things like that.
Yeah, the little things, of course, because it's an O-line coach, so you're going to get that regime or that mindset from the O-line coach instead of somebody that's not familiar. Maybe a defensive coach that doesn't really know what to bring to the table to make you better. So having that, having coach definitely helps set your game up.
Yeah, he's a good man, great dude. And I hope to see that man again in the league one day.
Definitely. So in alternate football in the world, you've been around, just a little bit. You were in the XFL draft class. You had signed with the Edmonton Elks for a second. We're first team all IFL for the Arizona Rattlers. And now the USFL. Do you think these leagues are a great resource for guys like you trying to get tape and an avenue into the NFL?
Yes, for sure. Because it's not like a regular job. You got to do something in order to put film. Like then update your resume. You got to play. Like there's no other way to update your resume. You got to do something.
Right, you got to leave it out on the field for them to see. So this is definitely your stepping stone for this is your not so much trial, but this is for the eyes to be open for yourself moving forward. I mean, this is like your audition, and this is, I definitely get that. So
it's a blessing and a great opportunity because you got to remember there's a lot of people that was in this drive. A lot of people.
A lot, yeah.
God just said this might be the right thing for you. Yeah. So happily, I prayed on it and it happened.
All right. Well, the USFL announced that they're shooting a Hard Knocks style show called United by Football. I assume that means there's a lot of cameras all over the place all the time. And this might be uncomfortable for some players, but you were on the More Than a Football program docu-series in 2019. So I was wondering, what was it like during the filming of that, and how does it compare to your experience now in the USFL with HBO and NFL films?
When you go to like these top tier schools like Miami, Alabama, Clemson, things like that, there's always cameras around. There's always cameras around. You got people recording you while you lift. You got like when Coach Golden was there, he used to have the media come to our practice. Like it'll be like 200 media people on the sidelines. So you get used to it. Like it makes you a professional. You don't really notice it unless you're looking at it. But you just working, you ain't gonna notice it at all.
Okay, so you're just like, nah, that's noise. I don't need that.
Yeah, it's just there. They're doing their job like I gotta do my job.
Right, but you also have some players too that might see it and be like, "Oh my God, this camera's on me," and then underperform. They might get intimidated by that. But you took it to your level and you laid it out on the field, which, of course, is what you're supposed to do. But I think for some other players, things like that, they may have taken that and to a whole nother level, like as a distraction. But yourself, you did not. So, which is a great thing.
Yeah, you just gotta know what you're here for, know what you want to do, and see me. I write it down what I want to do and like how I'm gonna try to do it, and like have a little list. And you just try to step by your list.
Well, it's funny you bring up a list because I actually have a list of questions to ask you. We have a recurring segment on our show that was created by our Breakers representative, and it's called the Rapid Incoming Breakdown, where I'm going to ask you 4 questions, not necessarily football related, and you just shoot out the first answer that comes to your head.
Let's get it.
All right. Number 1, if your life was made into a movie, who would play you?
Who would play me?
What
Denzel
actor?
Washington.
Denzel Washington.
The man.
All right. He would have to hit the gym real hard to do that, but I
Yeah,
believe
he
he could
gonna
do
have
it.
to get beaten real quick.
Number 2, if you could add one person to Mount Rushmore, doesn't have to be a president, who would it be?
To Mount Rushmore. Obama? I don't know. Probably Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Okay. Number 3, your favorite athlete that isn't a football player.
My favorite athlete isn't a football player. LeBron James, Allen Iverson, and Shaquille O'Neal.
I had to guess it was basketball. You know, you're a hooper. I get it.
Yeah.
You gotta love AI too. I love the answer of AI.
Allen Iverson.
Can't go wrong with AI, man.
AI
All right.
was a great player.
Number 4, what is the last TV show that you recently binged?
I binged. I keep been letting my Power episodes stack up a little bit. I'm probably like 3 episodes behind. So when I get after this interview, I'm watch all 3 of those episodes before I go to sleep.
All right. Well, thank you for playing with me. That's always a fun segment.
Yeah. No, thank you for having some fun with this. I wanted to put you on a pedestal for a second, all right, and bring up that you have found time to give back, with volunteering when not playing football. In 2016, with the Hurricanes, you did a turkey drive, and went back into the community, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
What makes taking the time to help others important to you?
Because I feel like when you help other people that don't like you can see the world. Like, you might not think you have a lot, but when you look at somebody else, they can have lesser than you. So you might think that turkey is nothing, but to another person, that turkey is the world. Like, you just gave them some gold, so you could brighten up somebody's day. You just helped the family eat for Thanksgiving that they probably couldn't have. Like, things like that, I like to see a smile on people's faces. Like, even in like when we was in overtime when we did that too. Demetrius Jackson set that up. Shout out to DJ. But in his hometown, his hometown, we were giving out turkeys. And Overtown ain't a nice, it ain't that. If you know about Miami, Overtown ain't a great spot. So just being there, helping out the community, seeing the people smile, and they embrace it. They embrace it.
And that's what it's all about, putting smiles on somebody's face and giving back. Any little thing that can put a smile on somebody's face and actually feed them during a holiday, during tough times,
Exactly.
it's very small compared to what, other people can be doing or whatever the case may be. But, you going out there and doing that, is a big deal. So, and that's why, we wanted to bring that up. So.
Well, I'm glad that you like making people smile, because both of us have been smiling this whole interview.
Thank you so much.
And, last week we talked to Sean, who you brought on earlier, and we smiled a lot during that. And he made it sound like all of y'all, and as the offensive line on the Stars, are getting along great. And like you said, you're a funny group of guys. And so I wanted to know, what's your favorite moment with those guys so far?
So far, I just feel like when we're in practice, like everything, like we have rotations and stuff. So like you get to play next to you could play next to Blake, you could play next to Gunner, you could play. I mean, right now I could be next to Paulie, like, and then you can hear like certain things they say, like this would be like hilarious.
Or so it's just a constant funny thing.
Yeah, and then when you're in the O-line room, you already know O-linemen when they get to talking.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody can't be mic'd up in the O-line room.
No, I can imagine that group chat you guys got going on too.
No, I don't think you legally could mic up an O-line room.
No, you don't think you can mic up an O-line room.
It's tough. Oh my gosh.
So you're basically blocking, arguably, for the best quarterback in the league. Do you think the other teams in the league have a chance with big men like you in the trenches blocking for him?
I don't know about them, but I'm here to work, so we gonna get active. That's it.
He's had to work.
Working just like, yeah, you feel me? They get paid like I get paid, so we're here.
That's a great answer. Still with the smile. I can't stop smiling, man. So,
you know, like I said, a big man like you in the trenches, but you ran a 5.3 40 at your pro day, weighing in at 316 pounds at Miami. What? It's kind of slightly terrifying, someone as big as you being able to move that fast.
I got some giddy up to me.
Honestly, is the agility something that came naturally to you, or is it something that you are constantly working on?
It came from basketball. Like it came, my feet came from basketball. I just pieced together my aggression from basketball, like built up there. Like I can actually go hit somebody and not get a foul. Like let's see what's up.
We've heard that a lot, man. We've heard that a lot. That's a great answer.
Yeah, I can actually hit somebody and not get a foul. So you going from football season directly into basketball season. So you got to tone it down. You got to lose some weight, fly around.
You're out there getting technicals nonstop.
I got some technicals.
So,
my cousin Jake can attest that.
So week 1 is literally days away. What are you yourself doing in the last few days outside of practice to prepare?
Really watching film, going through recovery stuff, studying plays, watching tendencies, looking at hands, feet, things like that. Just preparing day after day. Like I said, you gotta stay consistent with this.
Right. Definitely.
Because what you're not doing, what you think you're not doing, somebody else is doing.
Yeah, exactly. So always being prepared, watching that film. That's all you can do, really. It's days away. Of course, you're excited it's coming up, but you still gotta, your mind has got to be focused still. Task at hand, game 1. It's coming up quick, so understandable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got butterflies in my stomach. You can't come any faster.
I mean, I know we're not the players, but we're excited too. I mean, we talked to so many players and guys in the community. We're just so amped and excited for you guys to get on the field. We can't wait. We're definitely excited.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't wait to get active.
All right, Jahair. So I have 2 more questions from me, and I'll just ask them back to back. Number 1, in our last interview, Sean told us to DM Brian Scott sweet potatoes. And so we did. And we had a bet going on how many people would DM Brian Scott that night sweet potatoes. And Sean actually promised that whoever got the number right, he would buy them 2 tickets to whatever game they wanted this season. Do you know the number of DMs that he got?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna go with 17.
17?
Oh my gosh.
Did somebody say? I don't know what the numbers are. I went way up there with like 47 or something like that.
I said like 7.
I thought it was gonna blow up.
But. Yeah, I said 7. I think.
Then I'm gonna give you some homework. You gotta go text Brian after this and go ask him and say, hey, we need to know like how many sweet potato DMs did you get?
I got you. I'm gonna hit him right after this meeting. Like, bro, you got people sending you sweet potatoes? What does that mean?
Yeah, man, he needs to know. We need to know how many. We got a thing going on.
Apparently, Sean knows what it means, but yeah, he made a bet and he owes someone tickets, so we got to get him.
Well, I hope I got the answer right.
Gotcha. And then my last question is, what do you think the final score of Week 1 versus the New Orleans Breakers will be?
I don't know. It's 4 quarters. We just trying to come out with a W. That's about it. I can't tell you. I can't, because the game goes up and down, up and down. I'm gonna lead after Fox and the betting people up there.
All right. We'll go with Stars a lot, Breakers not as much. How about that?
We gonna go like that.
That's a good answer. There we go. So my question, and we have it in the comments too. Webb, who is a part of the network as well. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. What's up with the Stars mascot?
Y'all don't like the Stars mascot? I thought it was pretty cool.
Like, what do we know what it is? So it's like a little alien from the stars. Alien. Okay.
Yeah, so the alien from the moon. At least that's what I thought it was.
I mean, that makes sense. That does. It makes sense. So We got our answer because that was like the biggest question on social media with Twitter was like, what is the Stars mascot? Like, what is going on? So, I mean, that makes sense if he's like, an alien from the stars type thing. So I appreciate that
That's
answer.
what I think it is.
It's a good
I heard
answer.
somebody say he was a red blob. I was like, bro, no. He's not a blob. I'm thinking he's an alien.
Well, Shaq, I want to thank you so much for coming on, taking up,
Thank y'all so much for even having me.
No, absolutely. It's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure for you to come on and take the time out of your busy schedule and things like that. And I know you got Power waiting for you after this interview, so you can catch up on your episodes there. But towards the end, we want to go ahead and just make sure that we like to give the floor to you. Whether if it's shout outs, saying hello to anybody or any messages you want to go ahead and send to somebody that may be watching or listening, later on in the podcast. We just like to give the platform to the players that we have on and just let them say whatever is on their mind. So right now the floor is yours, Shaq, and you can run with it.
All right, first thing first, I want to thank God for even giving me this opportunity to even continue to play the game that I love, because it's never promised to lace it up or clip on some helmets, because we're not, it's never guaranteed. You don't know when your last game is. Next, I'm gonna get a shout out to Brooklyn, man. Stand up, baby. I want to give a shout out to my mom, my AU coach, the White Red, my little brothers, and my family. Just thank y'all for supporting me. Just and if you're out there playing ball, bro, do not give up on your dream. Don't give up. Just keep balling. I know it gets rough. Trust me, it gets rough. And it plays a toll on your head, but just keep grinding, man. Things could shake, man. Don't think that the little IFL or like all these other little leagues is like food or like trash. Like, go try it. You might like it, and you never know what could come out of it. Like a blessing come out of it. You never know.
Very well said.
That's
Now,
awesome,
before we go, I do have a couple more things really quick. Did you know that the Miami Hurricanes fan store, your jersey is still up for sale, number 77?
No, for real?
$79.99. That's why I'm asking. Do you get a piece of that?
No, I don't get none of that, man.
You need to get on that, man. You need to get on it. I needed to bring it up because when I was doing the research, I'm like, all right, number 77, it's for sale right now in the college, fan store and on Miami, the Hurricane store. So I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and bring that up if I can. See if he gets a piece of that. But if you don't, you gotta hit somebody up.
Holler at them people over there, man. Holler at Mario Cristobal. Tell him to break me off.
Hit up the U. Hit up the U and be like, "Where's my cut, man?"
Yeah, I'm gonna be back on campus soon after the season. Get some good work with my homies that's there.
And last thing, really quick, did you know that you were a GIF? That you have one on Giphy? Giphy.com?
Yeah, I do. I had that saved in my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up here really quick. I want to see if. Let me see if we can. There it is. It's not playing, but there it is. Yeah, so I seen that. I'm like, oh man, I wanted it to play. I wanted it to play. So what moment was that? That's my question. What was that moment? Do you remember?
That's Georgia Tech. Daryl Langham caught the double catch. Yeah, got tipped. He tipped it and he leaned back and caught it. And then we kicked the field goal to beat Georgia Tech in the rain.
Nice, because everyone's celebrating in the background, so I just wanted to know exactly because you can't see the other team, so I wanted to know what you guys were celebrating.
We came back. We was losing, and we came back from that. So that was an amazing moment.
That's awesome.
Well, Shaq, thank you so much for coming on. Get on the horn with the U. Let them know that they're selling your number 77 jersey. You need a cut. Enjoy you need that money. Enjoy the episodes of Power coming up that you have going on. Enjoy your new place. We look forward to seeing you out on the field. And thank you once again for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night.
You as well. Too, this has been the USFL Network Live. Thank you so much to Shaq. If you want to go ahead and follow him, let me just bring it up really quick, and then we'll end the show. Follow him on Twitter. It is M2M_Shaq. So Shaq, have a great night, man. You take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much again.
Absolutely,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Yeah.